55, we're still talking about illness. Have you learned with your internal medicine? Have you learned G and G in your internal medicine? I think just
the two types of masses.
G, have you heard in your internal med?
Yeah, they're the two kinds of masses, is that?
Yeah, two kind of masses. Yes, two kind of masses. Yeah. So basically in this chapter, we're talking about two kind of masses, G and G. Yeah, G and G. So still questions. Yeah, still questions. The illness, sometimes we talk about the G. I think the different book, the translator will be different. I prefer use original Chinese characters. It's not that confusing. Yeah, G and G. Yeah, G and G. So that's just the translator for G and the translator for G. I'm not sure it's give you some sense for the translator, but if you learn from your internal medicine, you will familiar with G and G. So how we can identify G and G? So that's the question here. Yeah, that's the question here. Identify G and G. So G is the condition. In condition, yeah, in condition. We say everything we separate yin and yang. So between qi and blood, qi is yang, blood is yin. But from qi aspect, we can separate yin yang again. So in part of the qi, yeah, in part of the qi, accumulation, yeah, accumulation. That's we call G, yeah, G coming from in part of the qi cause the illness. And the G is the yang part of the qi cause the illness. So the first lay, we separate with yin yang aspect. So Qi is yin illness. Ju is yang illness. So that's the first lay. We separate the Ji Ju with yin yang. We say everything we can separate yin and yang. So the illness or the masses, Ji is yin, Ju is yang illness. And Qi, we say yin illness, basically located deeper in the deeper and hidden. Yang generally say in the superficial and moving. So that's we just talking about the generally yin and yang are natural here. And then we're talking about Qi. That's basically is the have the formed in Qi. What we say yin basically is a form. And the yang is moving, it's not the form part. Yang is certainly is more qi part, energy part. But yin is the more form part. So even for qi, even for qi, in part of the qi, and they cause the illness, still can cause the form. So that's Ji. So basically, you can thinking about, we say, qi, we can separate Ying qi and Wei qi. Certainly, Ying qi belong to yin part of the qi. Ying qi not moving. Ying qi pushing blood moving. Ying qi not moving certainly cause the blood not moving, cause the blood stasis. So that kind of blood stasis, we can think about Ji. Ju is yang kind of qi. It should be moving around. Yeah, should be moving around. But sometimes, sometimes for some reason, like there's stagnation there, still cause the masses. So that's basically is qi caused qi stagnation. So that's Ju. So that's marching with your internal mind. Yeah, marching is your internal mind. Ji is mostly like a blood stasis or maybe phlegm. And the Ju is caused by qi stagnations. And then we're talking about because Ji belong to yin, that's usually caused or coming from 5 zang organs disorder. And the Ju belong to yang, that's usually coming from 6 Fu organs disorder. So that's Ji and Ju here. Yeah, Ji and Ju here. So that's Ji belong to yin, Ju belong to yang. And then still talking about Ji and Ju here. So Ji belong to yin. The nature of the yin, they still stay in where it development, means still in the fixed location. And they're painful, yeah, they're painful, but they fix there. And the Ju belong to yang. They moving around, yeah, upper and down and lower. Just means moving around. They have like an ending or beginning part. Just means they are clear to separate, like the aging, like which part, this part is painful. But next day they may move into this part. But they clear, you can clear to separate with like around the tissue or around like the other zangfu organ there. So that's basically for Ju. They're not specially stay there. They can move in left side to right side because that's coming from qi stagnation. And the qi will be mutable. So that's another aspect we're talking about Ji. So still continually talking about Ju. Yeah, Ju. So Ju coming from the yang, yeah, yang aspected. The development without root means they start without form And you are not truly find where it start because they're mutable. So they're moving up and down, left side and the right side, don't have special place. And they're painful, don't have special place also. Moving kind of pen. So still talking about 句 here. They're moving around. Sometimes it's hard to find where it starts. But they're moving up or down and the painful condition. They still moving kind of pain. So that's 句, yeah, that's 句. So then conclusions, what means 鸡, what means 句. From these all the symptoms and the signs, then we say what is 鸡, what is 句. Is the similar like in your internal medicine discuss G and G? Yeah. So that's our internal mind, G and G originally coming from.